So, hi everyone. I thought it would be worth, at the start of this ISM topic, just to spend a few minutes providing some background on the way this part of the module is run. So it's actually slightly different from the other parts of the course in that the ISM will be taught as in a directed reading way. So what that means is that instead of providing sort of lecture notes on the topic covering the material that you'll need, we're actually going to be going through and using textbooks, so graduate level astrophysics textbooks that researchers like myself use on a day-to-day basis. And the motivation for this is that that's exactly what you need to do when you come to your research project. So you instead of, if you need to learn something that you haven't been taught, you can't go and get a lecture about that. You have to go away and read a textbook, process that information yourself, and understand the material. So we're trying to use this, as well as learning the ISM, you're learning a skill for building your own lecture notes or your understanding from a textbook. The other advantage this has is you get to see, we're going to use multiple textbooks, and you get to see that the same material, in this case learning about the ISM, is presented by different authors in very sometimes different ways, and you might find that one book you really click with and you understand the way it's presented, and then another book just you have a lot of difficulty with. So that's the motivation behind using a directed reading approach as opposed to giving lectures, and we hope this will be challenging, particularly if you've not had to do this before, but we will help you through it, and you should feel that you can come back to us if you have any problems with it. So the textbooks that we're going to use for this, so the primary one is called The Physics of the Interstellar and Intergalactic Medium. This is a book by Bruce Drain. So we'll be going through, you can see it's a thick book. We're not going to be going through all of it, don't worry. We've picked some select chapters that really cover the essentials, and so we'll be going through, so each of the topics of the course we'll be going through a chapter or a couple of chapters in the book. And the idea is that this should be self-contained. In other words, that the background material, the physics that you'll need for the chapters on the ISM, so you'll need to know sort of heating and cooling and so on, and the physics for those are all covered in the earlier chapters. There's another video on how to access Drain and how Drain's set up, and a bit describing it. You can find that and download it, so I won't go into too much detail there. But this is a graduate level textbook, and this has been written for researchers to just go and grab the essential notes that they need on a particular topic. So there is not that much background text putting things in context. So this is what you'll find as you go through this. So there's another textbook we'll be using. You can access it in the same way as described in that video where saying how to access Drain, and this one is by Xander Thielens, The Physics and Chemistry of the Interstellar Medium. Now this covers the same topics, but it's often the chapters, there's a lot more background, a lot more text around and description for how you describe different parts of the interstellar medium. There's a third book which we'll be using a slightly older one. This is sort of classic Dyson and Williams, so it's a lot thinner, but you can access that in the same way if you need sort of a third approach to try and understand the material. So take-home messages, there's lots of different textbooks and ways to understand it. Now of course we're not going to leave you, particularly if this is the first time you've done this, we're not going to abandon you just to make your own lecture notes. So the way we've done this is we've taken the key bits that you'll need from Drain. And I should say there's a file you can download which is called the ISM examinable material, which has all the list of the chapters that you need that may be covered in the exam. And for those same chapters, it has the background chapters that might help in this textbook. So that PDF file is 1 page, 2 pages, covering what you need to do. But so there's this video that tells you how to access this, and you can access that online at the library. It turns out, just for copyright reasons, that there's only a certain number of these that can be accessed at any given time. But we've also made available certain pages, so the pages that you will need, those ones that are in the examinable material, you can also download those from Blackboard. Now just a word of caution on that, this is under copyright, so if you do download that, it is for your own personal use, and you can use it for your course, but that's not to be distributed in any way whatsoever, so just for personal use. Okay, so I think that should give a brief overview of the way the ISM part of the course will be different. So directed reading, We will help you through that with the videos where me and Toby are taking through the individual chapters and trying to explain how that works, and you should be able to download those from Blackboard. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
Excellent. Good.
Yep.